Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Exterminator here, and I am bringing you a special Starcraft 2 cast. This is actually going to be of a custom Heart of the Swarm game. So basically what this is it's a custom game, and so someone made this, and it's basically a place where you get to try all the new Heart of the Swarm units, which is awesome. And we're having a little chat here, seeing if he's played or not. And it is it's really fun. You get to try all the. It has all the new units that are going to be in the Heart of the Swarm, all the new abilities, but the portraits, like what the units look like, aren't correct because they can't really do that yet. So they look like Brood War units. So that'll obviously change, but you still get to try the abilities and all that. It's a little glitchy, but not bad. And I am obviously Zerg here. My opponent Nighthawk is Protoss down here in the bottom right, and I just want to do this to show you the new units. So might as well go to production here. This is a fairly long game, like 25 minutes or so. And sorry if you don't really like long games, but to get to the units I wanted and actually show their effectiveness, it takes a little while. But I do get the two new units, the Viper and the Swarm Host, which are both really cool. And there's some new abilities I don't do, like the fact that banelings can move while burrowed, but I mean that's pretty self-explanatory. I mean, it's like a roach, but a baneling. And the Ultraless Charge ability, but I didn't get to that point, and I needed to finish the game out when I did, otherwise I probably would have lost. And yeah, I just want to show you guys these new units. I am really excited. I'm going to do a video for, so he's scouting up here. I'm going to do a video for each race. So this is a Zerg one. It'll probably be the best just because that's the race I play, but I don't know. And yeah, just video for Terran and then Protoss showing the new units the best I can. So I have my Overlord over here, just hiding out over here in this abyss, waiting to scout. We're both going pretty standard. You won't really notice any changes right now because they come in later to the game. You need a layer just to get the very first new unit, so that's going to take a little bit, and some of it might be kind of slow, and if that's the case, I'm going to fast forward just so you guys don't have to have the agony of sitting here watching like nothing. And let's see, I don't think, oh no, he does, is this the one? No, because that's a Terran unit, never mind, sorry, I'm trying to think if he uses any new units. I think he might only use one. I'm not sure. I'll have to see. My memory is so bad. So I went my expand. I think I went like 13 pool, 14 hatch or 15 hatch expansion here, just because I need the economy to get these new units. And he has one gate up, two coming up now. So I'm not sure if he plans on going 4 gate. I don't know. I played this game this morning. My memory is so bad I don't even remember what happened. But I'm getting speed. It's fairly late, but I didn't feel too pressured, especially since this is more of a game type map where you aren't, like, the main objective isn't to kill the person, it's to test out the new units. But we do have 1 or 2 skirmishes throughout the game, which are pretty good. So my queen is hustling down here, super slow as usual. And this is smart. He put a pylon back here in case of any drops or Night Swarm. That's a really smart thing to do. And oh, I'm getting my melee upgrade here pretty early because the Swarm Host launches or sends out a Locust. Which, well, that's like all it does, is it has to be burrowed to do that, and then each Swarm Host sends out 2 Locusts, and they have melee attacks, so that's why I'm upgrading melee. Right now they look like miniature Hydras, which is actually pretty cool looking, but just because, like I said, the portraits aren't here, and just because they're Hydras, they doesn't mean they have melee or ranged attack. So they do have that melee attack, and I am throwing up a couple spine crawlers because I think I scouted up here and saw, yeah, I saw 3 gates, and I was like, all right, this dude's probably going a 4 gate, so I'm gonna get some units up, and actually he's not, but I also throw up a roach warren because you'll need that to hold off 4 gates, and I don't actually get any new units for a little bit because I think he does put on some pressure, and I have to hold, well, no, actually I think I do hold off his initial pressure with some swarm hosts, so that's really cool. You get to see how good they are. So I'm making 4 roaches here. And yeah, I mean, it's really cool. So if you want to play this, just go into the like custom game section under multiplayer and do join game. Then there's the whole list. Like up in kind of the top right of that list, there's like a search bar. Just search HOTS for Heart of the Swarm, and like, I don't know, 7 or 8 will come up, but the ones you want are like the top ones, and there's like 4. They're all the same game type, but just on different maps, and I chose Metalopolis here. Metalopolis. Because I do pretty good on this map usually. And he has his observer here, which are always annoying, because they can know what you're doing the whole time. And he is expanding before he moves out. Nice little wall in here. This is a good thing to do if you're Protoss. Or Terran, obviously, but just to wall in against Zerg, because now I can't run Zerglings in here. I have to go all the way around, which is a pain. I know from experience. And I get my Spore up and kill that, which is really good. That's always a great feeling when you kill an observer. And then he's putting, this guy's pretty good, putting up pylons here for stop any drops and stuff. Alright, so my lair pops. And I think I get a Viper or 2 here pretty soon. Oh, and I throw down an infestation pit because you do need that for the swarm host. So here we go. Here's 2 Vipers, and just to make use of time a little better, and so you don't get too bored, go ahead and put this on 2 times speed. Just speed things up here. Send a Zergling over to scout that. Okay, so I'll leave it on 2 times speed, but here's the, I'm getting +2, as you can see. Here's the abilities. The Ocular Parasite, basically what this does is it permanently gives any unit you want the ability to have detection, or to detect invisible units when I'm making swarm hosts. So I could just like put it on this queen, and this queen will permanently have the ability that an Overseer would have, or a Spore Crawler. And then Binding Cloud is really cool. It basically anything caught in the cloud can only attack at melee distance, so they only have a range of 1, which is so good against Stalkers and Marines. I actually use it here when he moves out, and you see it makes a huge difference. And then Abduct, which pulls a unit right to the Viper. I saw it used on a tank because other people have done videos on this, but I saw it used on a tank, which was really effective, and it's really fun. Okay, so here's my swarm hosts, and the damage is for the locusts. Sorry, fail right there. Locusts that come out, and they have 15 damage and 30 versus armored, which is really good, and they have like 110 HP. So you'll see how good they are. And I do let that go down just because I want to try to engage on the creep, and I didn't want to run up this ramp, but I got a little supply block there, but fix that. And I have 6 of these guys right now, and you'll see. Okay, yeah, 110. These things just like destroy. I mean, you can see they already killed Stalker and almost killed another, and that's just 6 of them. So you know, if you had like 15 of these, they take up 3 supply, and they cost 200 minerals, 100 gas, I think. but they are so good. What you do is you just set the rally point over to wherever you want it, and they send the little creatures every 25 seconds. And here you go. Okay, you'll see that green cloud. That means these can only attack, and they just got like obliterated. Like they just like die. I don't even know what that noise was, but I'm actually gonna go back a tiny bit here. I want to see exactly what happened there, because they just like died so instantly. So I put the cloud down, and then, oh no, they didn't die. What he did, I see. Okay, so what he did is he actually used the Nexus's recall ability, which is what the mothership used to have, but they got rid of the mothership in Heart of the Swarm, so he recalled these units. I see. See, I didn't know what happened. In game, I thought I was just that beast, and I killed them all. Silly me. But, yeah, he just recalled them to his Nexus like a mothership would, and that worked out pretty well, actually. So that was smart on his part. Oh, yeah, you see, he puts these little things on here. This oracle right here. Basically what it does is it makes it so your workers cannot mine from these mineral passes while these are here, like little force fields. And you have to kill them. They have 75 HP, and you have to kill them before any workers can mine at it, which is a pain. I think they actually have a time limit too, though. And sometimes your workers won't automatically go back to work, so you have to like actually manually tell them to, which is a really annoying thing to have to do. But that's one new thing he does besides that recall there. And I do scout these I scouted Void Rays or the Stargate somewhere, because I do throw down a Hydra Den here in a minute to counter those. But I'm not really sure when exactly I do scout that. And I'm throwing up my third here, which is late, but it did get destroyed. I should have gotten right on that. And see, now I have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. I have 12 of these things. So you saw what 6 of them do, and I have double that now. So next time we have an engagement, he's just gonna get totally stomped on. And he is grabbing his third now, a little behind mine, and I'm actually economically I'm behind here because a Zerg should always be at least one base up, but oh well. And actually I actually do engage here soon, but I didn't know he had Void Rays at this point, and that's when I throw down my Hydra Den, and he just like totally destroys me when I move into attack. Like comparatively, his ground army is pretty small, but he has a good amount of Void Rays, and that's what really changes the tide for him. So let's just wait here for, and this observer, that's also key, because now he can detect my burrowed units. So you see, I do do a pretty good job of destroying his ground army, but nothing I have can attack air, so I'm kind of screwed anyway. It does take him a little while to clean this up, though. But yeah, some of the units, like Terran, oh man, I can't wait to do a video for them, because they have this one unit, I think it's called a Shredder. It's really annoying. I was playing a game and as Zerg, and this opponent kept dropping these shredders in my mineral line, and what they do is they like burrow. You can still see them, but what they do is they kind of burrow, and then they do like constant area of effect damage, and it's really intense. Like, it's a lot of damage, because he just put them like back in my mineral line right here, and it just killed all my workers like almost instantaneously. And then I sent in probably 20 Zerglings or so to kill it, and it just killed them like before they even hit it. It was really destructive. So those look really fun to use. I can't wait to do that. And you see I'm preparing for another attack here. And then what else is there? Oh, the Thor. The Thor for the Terran. They got rid of the air attack and they made it so you can only have one Thor, but it's like super beefy. It's like the one in the campaign, and it has like kind of a miniature nuke attack which does I think 300 damage and area of effect. So the Thor is really beefy. But you see, I do notice his Void Rays moving out, and at this point I have a fair amount of Hydras, which is good. So, what? Oh, he blocked my mineral fields again, but that doesn't really do much since I'm almost mined out. And then Protoss, I'll still do a video for it, but there's not as many units I'm interested in using, to be honest. Most of them are like, I guess, just kind of harass units. That one thing he used to block my mineral line, I think it's the same thing. You can steal any unit you want of your opponents, and you get all the abilities it would have, even if your opponent hasn't researched it yet. So that's really cool, and I'll explain more about that after this engagement. So I pull back for a second just to, because I'm having some problems with my control group, so I need to re-control group these guys. And I assume there's ground units, so I go ahead and burrow these, but there actually wasn't, so that was kind of a waste. But aren't these cute? I want one. And I do fungal, so this works out pretty well. And then at this point, his army is pretty minuscule. He really does not have that much. But anyway, so with the Protoss unit where you can like steal your opponents, that is a really loud animation. Poor Hydras. Anyway, how you, when you can steal your opponent's units, it happened to me like 3 times, and I've seen in other videos they'll actually steal a worker. You can do that. Is you can just I don't think it's actually, I'm trying to think how it actually works. I don't think you steal the unit itself. I think you turn one of your units into the unit you want. So, yeah, you do that, and I've seen that happen to me. People making then buildings of the race they stole. So, I had, in one of my games, the player was Protoss, and when I went to attack, he had like 10 Vipers because he stole a drone and then made a hatchery and teched up from there. So that'll be a really interesting thing in gameplay. I don't think it will be utilized very much in pro sense, or really in general, just because I mean it can be difficult to micro and macro one race. Imagine how it is to micro and macro 2. I mean, it's pretty ridiculous because you have to know all the hotkeys for both, all this other stuff. So now you notice he does have 2 High Templar here, which will do a lot of damage, but at this point he's kind of doomed. So I go ahead and burrow these a couple times, no big deal. I fungal, and you'll see here I am doing this so these have to attack at melee range, and then I'm just sending my little locust to attack, and his army just gets obliterated. And none of these really die because they're burrowed, so you can see these are really strong. I have a feeling Blizzard is going to nerf these pretty much. Well, yeah, they're going to nerf them before Heart of the Swarm, I would assume. But as a Zerg player, I hope not. Although, I can really see why they would nerf them. I mean, 16 damage and 1 armor, 110 HP. I mean, that's better than an actual Hydra. That's 30 more HP and 2 more damage, which is ridiculous. And it's an infinite amount, it's just a little delay. So, this game is going to be over here in just a second. He does GG. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm sorry about any slow parts. and I will be doing 2 videos on the other 2 races. So thank you so much for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and share it if you would like. Thanks.